Good morning, everybody. It's rainy here in Raleigh. Perfect time to do a quicker Reconnect class. This class is going to focus a lot on core, leg, and shoulder stability, most of which all of them are going to go together as one integral unit. Sometimes we'll be working one area more than another, but this will be a more challenging class. And because of that, it's not going to be super long, but either way, I hope that you enjoy the challenge and that you listen to your bodies first and foremost. If anything doesn't feel right or good, don't push through it. Listen to your bodies. Let's get started. We're going to stand with our feet hip width apart, closing our eyes, knees soft, just kind of wiggle around for a second. That way we don't get too rigid right off the bat, just kind of move around. All right, when you feel like you kind of loosened your body, stack those ribs over your hips, hips over your knees, knees over the ankles, and find where you feel like your weight is over your heels and about equal from left to right. And just breathe here, in through your nose, out through your mouth, taking inventory of your body. If there's any one area that you feel clenching, you feel sensations, breathe into those areas, see if you can get them to release. You can also do this with your eyes open. If you find that closing your eyes makes you feel really unstable, then by all means open them and see if that in and of itself just simply relaxes your body. And from here, let's just gently circle the head. You can open your eyes if you wish. I'm going counterclockwise. It really doesn't matter which way you go. And allow your shoulders to gently move with you. Don't isolate the neck too much. Sometimes that just can feel a little too intense in the morning or when you first move. And then now let's start with moving our back with that circle motion. So my neck is still going, but my back, my spine, my shoulders are moving with it, and I'm gently allowing my knees to soften so I can make this movement bigger. And now let's reverse. Start with just your head going in the opposite direction. Breathing as you go. And then letting and allowing your shoulders to move with your head. You can kind of start to go bigger as you move. Knees bending, back flexing and extending. Breathing. Finish that circular motion that you're on. Standing tall. Hopefully you're feeling a little more awake in your body. Let's just gently sway front to back on the feet. Eyes closed or open, just noticing how those feet have to activate to keep you upright. And by extension, maybe you place your hand on your torso, or one hand in the front, one hand in the back, and just notice how your trunk changes with that weight shift. And we can go side to side. I like to roll through my feet here and kind of pick up the outside and inside of the foot as I go. This is a movement in our ankles we do all the time, but we very often and commonly neglect to kind of isolate this movement. Pronation and supination is what it's called. And now we're going to combine those. So we go side, front, and side, back. Ooh. allowing your feet to just move naturally. If that means the toes gently lift, let them lift. And the movement doesn't have to be too big here. Even the smallest bit will help get those feet moving and the muscles up the kinetic chain through your body, activating and disengaging based on where your weight is. All right, find center in your feet. We're still hip width apart. Take an inhale as the arms lift up overhead, sending the chest forward and out. Now exhale, gently start to run forward, up and over an imaginary ball. I'm allowing my knees to bend a lot here because I feel pretty stiff this morning. Please do the same if that resonates with you. Take a breath into your back body. Exhale to round up. Feel your heels into the floor as you slowly lift one vertebrae at a time. Again, inhale the arms up, chest lifts up and out. Exhale as you dive forward and over. Taking a breath in. Exhaling to lift. Pressing your heels down. Coming up one vertebrae at a time as the shoulders melt down and away. One more inhale. Exhale, round it down. This time, allowing yourself to just hang for a second. Breathing here. Sensing the rib cage expanding. And your low back and the kind of hip pocket area opening. Soften your knees, let your hands find your mat, and let's come down into an all fours position. If this bothers your wrist right off the bat today, by all means, you can also do this from your elbows. But we're going to start to warm up that shoulder girdle connection here with a little bit of thoracic spine rotation for what's coming. So let's stabilize through our left arm. Think of lifting those ribs in and up towards your spine with an exhale. Gentle tuck in the tailbone. Bring your right hand behind your back towards the low back area. From here, you're going to inhale as you press down through your left hand, lifting up and away from the floor through your shoulder and trunk. Exhale as you just gently come back down to center. Inhale, lift up and away, push down through your hand. Exhale, come back to center. Try not to shift back into your hips as you keep rotating. And center. One more time. And center. Switch hands. Right hand comes down, left hand behind the back. Make sure that that hand is under your shoulder, knees under the hips still. Lifting the ribs, gentle tuck in the tailbone. Inhale. Push down through the hand as you lift up through your trunk. Exhale. Back to center. Trying not to sink. Inhale. Bringing that right rib cage with you into that rotation. 2 more times. Up and away. Last one. Exhale. And back to center. Bring both hands down. Come onto your elbows. Gently rotating your palms up, sit your hips back for a second into child's pose. Totally relax your abs and take a few breaths here. From here, come back up onto your hands and knees. I'm going to add in a little bit more ab work because we're going to get into some fun planking stuff here in a bit. Take a breath in through your nose. This is one of my favorites. Exhale by gently lifting those ribs in and up towards your spine, rounding the back slightly, tucking the tailbone. So again, my ribs lifting is what's rounding me, not me simply rounding through my back. Two very different sensations. Now, keeping those ribs lifted and your back rounded, shift your weight slightly forward. See if you can sense the outsides of your abdominals, almost as if you're trying to connect your rib cage down to your hip. From here, keeping that weight forward, barely lift that left hand up off of the mat and give me 3 breaths. Inhaling up into your back. Exhale, staying connected. Trying not to shift your weight side to side and keeping that weight forward. Stay lifted, but place that left hand down. Bring the right hand off the mat. You should still be rounded. Breathing in, up into your back body. Exhale, feeling your rib cage connect. One more full breath. Both hands come down. One more time. Sit back into a child's pose with the arms forward. Taking a few breaths here, letting your belly go. Breathing into your back pockets. Expanding and feeling that expansion sensation through your back. Now from here, we're going to roll onto our backs. Going into a little bridge sequence. So hands at your sides, feet hip width apart. And you can even look just to make sure you're straight. It's easy to get crooked and not realize it. Let's start with just a few articulating bridges here. So take an inhale. Exhale as you tuck your tailbone under. Gently start to peel off the mat one vertebrae at a time. And feel your heels gently pulling back towards your bottom as the hips lift. Pause at the top of your bridge. Take an inhale. Exhale out through your mouth. Feel the rib cage start to fall as you reach forward and out through the tops of your thighs. Heels still pulling back towards your bottom to give you a little extra traction in the low back at the end. 2 more just like that. Inhale at the bottom, totally relaxed. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under, gently pulling your heels back towards you as you lift 1 vertebrae at a time. Pausing at the top, take a breath in. Exhale, roll down. 1 more. Let's pause here at the top, really pressing down through your heels to keep your bottom lifted. Inhale to lift into tabletop with one leg. Exhale to place that leg down. Alternating back and forth. Goal here is not to shift your hips side to side. So keeping them hip width apart is helpful. But also imagining there's an X across your body that's connecting left hip, right rib, and then right hip, left rib. So each time you lift one leg up, that cross is connecting those pieces. Big toes staying connected to the floor. 1 more. Both legs down. Inhale your arms up overhead now towards the floor without totally resting. Just reach them back. Exhale as you slowly round down, 1 vertebrae at a time, releasing your hips completely. Circle those arms out and around. Pull your knees into your chest. Take a few little rocks back and forth. We got 1 more bridge movement there. We're going to end up holding the bridge, 1 leg at a time. All right, bring those feet back down. Hands stay at your sides. If you want an added challenge, you can always lift your arms up to the ceiling. I'm going to keep my arms down today, but by all means, push yourself if you feel like you're stable enough. Take a breath in. Exhale, tuck your tailbone. Gently pull your heels back as you peel up one vertebrae at a time into your bridge. From here, we're going to lift the left leg back into tabletop. Make sure you feel set through the right before we add on. If this feels challenging enough for you, hold it. If you want to go on with me, extend the left leg up to the ceiling. Now, keeping your hips lifted, I want you to inhale. As you lower your left leg down to the level of your right knee, flexing through your foot. Exhale, kick that left leg back up. Inhale to lower and flex. Exhale, kick and lift. 2 more. Keep pressing down through that right foot. Inhale, lower the left. Exhale, kick it up, pause. Bring that left foot down, kind of reset your body. You might notice there, ooh, my right hip, or my left hip was quite a bit rotated as I placed my foot back down. That's okay. Let's go ahead and switch. Make sure that left foot feels set on the mat. Right leg comes into tabletop. Hold here if this is challenging enough. Extend the right leg if you're moving on with me. Inhale to lower the right, flexing through the foot, reaching long. Exhale to kick it up. Inhale to lower, flex. Exhale, kick. One more time, imagining that crisscross, rib to hip, place the right foot down, inhale your arms back overhead again, exhale, slowly lower one vertebrae at a time, circling the arms out and around, bring your knees to your chest, and rock it back and forth. And if you want to here, you can grab onto both knees and just gently circle the knees around. And the other way. All right. We're going to go right onto our side. So I'm going to roll over, coming to my left side, and I'm going to press myself up to come onto my elbow. We can do this one of 2 ways. It's going to be challenging enough because you're going to be propped up on your shoulder for these sideline leg lifts. I would recommend starting at least with your bottom knee bent. If this starts to feel pretty easy and you want an added challenge, you can always straighten the leg underneath you. But let's at least start with it bent. Elbow under the shoulder, pressing down through that elbow in order to feel a nice gentle lift through that bottom rib cage. Top hand's going to come behind your head. Look down, make sure you feel and appear as if you're in a straight line. Stacked hips. From here, we exhale, lift that top leg up. Inhale to lower down. And as this leg lifts, it's not going to be very high. Don't sink through your bottom side. Keep pushing down through that elbow. That will isolate your glute more. 2 more times. Hold the leg up. Pause into small circles to the back. 10, 9, 8, 7. Breathing, shoulders relaxed, relying on your abs to keep you up, and switch directions. Still getting back into that hip extension here. Noticing though I'm not sinking through my side. I don't have a ton of movement going on in my hip. And we have 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that leg down. Take a little stretch here. Just extend and reach through that right side. Good. Come up onto your knees. If you can sit like this, great. If you can't, come up into a tall kneeling position. Either way doesn't matter. Reach to your left side. Take 2 deep breaths here into your right rib cage. Expanding the rib into your hand. And again. slowly come up from there, and we're gonna now go to the right. So lower down onto your elbow. Make sure that it feels like it's in line with your shoulder. We're keeping the bottom leg bent, extending the top leg out. Push down through that elbow in order to feel lift through the bottom side. Make sure your hips feel stacked and that you're lengthened in about a straight line from head to toe. Top hand will come behind the head. As we exhale and lift straight up, inhale to lower. Exhale, 2. And as I'm moving, I'm not sinking through my bottom side, not letting my hip rock. You're staying pressing down through that elbow, lifting away through the rib cage. 2 more. 2. Hold for 1, small circles to the back. We have 10. 2, and reverse, and we have 10. 2, and 1. Relax that leg down. Just take a nice side stretch through the left, just lengthening through the leg and the top arm. Come up onto your knees. 1 lung breathing on the left now. So we reach to the right arm down to the mat. Place your left hand on your left rib cage. Just relax your head and neck. Take 2 breaths here. Expanding into your hand. 1 more time. All right. Hopefully we now feel warm and we notice that our shoulder, core, and hip stabilizers are ready to go, because we're going to go into our last little sequence here, which is going to involve a combination of planking, lunging, and even side planking. So here's where I want you to really make sure that you're listening to your bodies. If something doesn't feel good or it feels off, either come out of the exercise and then try to get back into it with maybe improved form. If that still doesn't work, then any modifications I offer, try that instead, or just simply don't push it and work into this, since you can do these videos multiple times. Okay, we're gonna come onto our hands and knees, starting at least with the hands on the shoulders, knees under the hips. Now, I'm going to have you now move your hands slightly forward away from your shoulders, but that doesn't mean we get to shrug and eat our ears. So still keep those shoulder blades pulling down and away. Tuck your toes under. Now I want you to take a breath in. Exhale to lift your ribs. Set your abdominals, slightly rounding your back body. Now push down through the palms of your hands, almost like you're trying to push yourself back. Keep your ribs set and hover your knees right off the floor. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, push forward through your feet to straighten your knees, coming into a plank. Inhale, hinge at the knees and the hips, sitting back. Exhale, press forward, starting from the feet. Keep those ribs lifted. Inhale back. Exhale forward. 2 more. Last one. Exhale forward. Good. Now from here, take your right foot, step it up. There's one little challenge you weren't expecting, right? Bring both hands to the outside of your feet and kind of start to wiggle that right foot in a little bit. Now from here, pop that left foot in slightly. You can take your hands one at a time onto your right knee to come up to standing. We are in a staggered stance. So notice I have my left heel popped up. I'm just on my left toes. My right foot is flat. We're gonna go into some static staggered lunges. So from here, inhale, bending both knees, Bringing both arms forward. Exhale. Press down through the feet. Stand tall. Again, inhale, lower. Exhale, press it up. Now, as you do this, you should feel more weight towards your front foot than your back foot. If you're placing too much weight back, you might feel a good amount of pressure or discomfort in the back knee. So keep that weight forwards as you lunge. Notice I'm going at a slight angle from head to tailbone, doing a little bit of a hip hinge. 2 more lunges here. One more. Hold it here. One more full breath. Place your hands down around your foot. Walk your left leg back again. Now, flatten your left hand onto the mat. And I already messed up my own sequence. I want you to straighten your front leg as best as you can, trying to flatten out your back foot. From here, stabilizing through the left arm. Your right arm's going to circle back and around, all the way to center. Ooh, big stretch here. Again, circle it around. 2 more. Last one, circle and center. Now, bend the right knee. Coming into a lunge. Left hand is going to come flat onto the mat. We're going to rotate now into a supported side plank. If this bothers your wrist or your shoulder, do not push through it. You can always do this down on your elbow. I'm going to start to turn my feet and actually bring my top leg down a little bit. Notice I'm using both hands to support initially while I get set up. I'm reaching through my bottom foot and then rotating up to the ceiling and holding. Breathing here. You can use that top foot to help support you. That's why it's slightly modified, but you're still going to feel the work through your arm and your side body. Push down through that hand. Lift up through your rib cage. Now, slowly bring that top arm down for support. Fold your bottom knee in. Sit to your hip, and you're just going to simply reach forward. Oh, big stretch in the hip here. Taking a few breaths. Expanding through your ribs. Try and relax into the position. Your knees don't have to be as flat as mine. If you're more like this and reaching, that's completely fine. Slowly round up from there. And we're gonna go to the other side. So I'm actually gonna literally switch sides. Face the other way. Starting back at our rocking plank kind of bear crawl movement. So hands and knees. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips to start. Then bring your hands slightly forward. You're going to press down and forward through your hands, lifting your ribs in and up to your spine, tucking your toes under. Take a breath in through your nose. Exhale to lift your ribs, setting your abdominals, pushing down through your hands, and then slightly hover those knees. Take an inhale here. Exhale, press forward through your feet into the plank. Inhale, hinge back through your hips like I've got a rope around your waist and I'm pulling you. Exhale, forward, shoulders gently guiding down and away from the ears. Exhale, ribs stay lifted. 2 more. Push through the hands as you go back. Exhale, push through the feet to go forward. 1 more time. Exhale, hold, and then step that left foot forward. You're gonna notice one side feels harder than another to get into this lunge. And now from here, I'm gonna bring my back foot in a little bit. Both hands can be used to come upright, all the way to standing. My feet are getting sweaty. That's a good thing. Going into a lunge here, ribs connected, hands at your sides to start. Remember, you're popped up onto those back toes. Inhale. As you lunge it down, exhale, press it up. Oh my, this is my challenging side today. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Remember, you want more weight through that front leg. So as you lower, especially if you feel pressure or discomfort through the back knee, means that you're probably too far back and using that leg way too much. Sending the hips back slightly, so you're at a little bit of an angle from head to tailbone. 2 more. Last one here. Exhale, we go down 1 more time. Hold just for a second. Good, you can bring one hand on your knee, one hand down to the mat. From here, straighten both legs. Oh, that's gonna feel a little stiff. Now your right hand stays on the floor. Left arm is gonna circle up and around to the back and center. Gently breathing as you go. Reaching both heels down towards the mat. 1 more time. And center. From here, we go back to our lunge. We set that right hand flat on the mat. Keep the bottom hand down as you adjust, turning to the side, using that front and top foot to help stabilize you. Lift the top arm up. We're in a modified side plank here. Breathing as we hold. Keep lifting the hips up, pushing down through your hand, using that front foot to push through too if you need it. 1 more breath. You can take that top arm down on the mat, bend that bottom knee in, gently sit on your hips, and reach both arms forward and breathe. Expanding through your ribs. Just enjoying the heat that's been generated through your body. 1 more breath. From here, slowly come up. Hopefully that feels good. We're going to come back to your hands and knees just to simply push yourself back onto your feet. From here, lift your hips up, bring your feet flat to the floor. You might notice you feel a lot more mobile than when we initially started here. Take a breath in. Exhale to slowly round up, pushing down through your heels as you lift. 1 vertebrae at a time, coming all the way to standing. And you are done. I hope you enjoyed the class. Hopefully it was just enough to make you feel like you worked hard and got a little bit of heat going. And please repeat this if you found parts of it were really challenging for you. Hope you all have a great day, and thanks for moving with me.